Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many saga-wide implications as well as revelations in this film by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, what's really intriguing about Episode 9 is that we do know that there is going to be a lot of Jedi and Sith lore inserted into the story in order to evolve the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren. That's going to progress from start to finish of this movie, and that J.J. Abrams will be using this in a way in order to truly give us a different side of the Jedi and the Sith that we have never seen before in the prequels, the originals, and even The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intriguing for this movie. Now, specifically, a description of Rey entering the Lost City, where it's described that she is heading toward the Land of Warriors, where it's said that Rey eventually comes across the first Jedi statue, where on the bottom of the statue lies many relics and artifacts that are said to change how fans view the prequels. The next describes Rey picking up what is dubbed as the Book of the First, that was written by the first Jedi, where it's said to explain to Rey that the existence of midichlorians started with the Beyond, and that the Beyond was directly responsible for creating midichlorians in the galaxy. However, it's described that in the microscopic life forms in the Beyond are described to be different than midichlorians and will introduce a different type of microorganism that flows through the Force that allows both light and dark side users to gain power that would otherwise be impossible to achieve outside of the Beyond. It said that this is how the Dark Acolyte is said to be stronger than both Kylo Ren and Rey, and will be JJ's way of introducing a new way the Force is utilized in the film that is linked to the origins of the dark side. Now, additionally, the book goes on to explain to Rey that the ancient Jedi eventually spread the word of the midichlorians being the very thing that flows through the Force. However, they kept these other microorganisms that reside in the Beyond a secret from any other Jedi generation or Jedi, where it was only known as legends later on. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. You guys may have heard about this lightly before in the past couple of months, I would say, that J.J. Abrams will be changing how we view the Force, and the whole entire idea of midichlorians will be shifted to a certain extent in Episode 9, and this most certainly lines directly up with that. Now, this whole entire scenario involving the Beyond being the origins of the midichlorians, creating them outside of the galaxy, or should I say within the galaxy. However, in the actual Beyond itself, alright, there actually lies different types of microorganisms that actually allow dark side and light side users to gain different powers that would otherwise be impossible outside of the Beyond. So what's really intriguing about this is that what J.J. Abrams is trying to do here, he's trying to essentially evolve the whole entire idea of exactly what utilizes the Force and the whole entire galaxy, basically. So this is JJ's way of really kind of rebooting the idea of midichlorians and introducing a different type of microorganism that powers, different Force users throughout the Force. And this is all done within the Beyond. And I think that the biggest thing of all here is that the Beyond was directly responsible for creating the midichlorians in the Star Wars universe. So that's the thing here. We do know that J.J. Abrams is going to be inserting a lot of revelations just like this into Episode 9 that's going to change how we view the prequel trilogy. Now, you guys may remember way back in Episode 1 when Qui-Gon Jinn was talking about the midichlorians, a lot of people didn't like it at the time. A lot of people still disagree with that idea to this very day, but some people, however, also agree with it, which is fine. But J.J. Abrams, from what it seems, he really wants to go in great depth and explain exactly what really created the midichlorians and what the origins of the actual galaxy really are and the Force itself. And these are different microorganisms that reside within the Beyond. Now guys, I'm getting the idea here from what we have been learning about the Beyond, that the Beyond is basically the Star Wars version of the Big Bang, if you will, where it created the galaxy, and that's the center or the middle point of the galaxy, or the exact location and pinpoint where the galaxy was created. And to me, it's somewhat like the Big Bang of the universe, right? If you look at everything involving, Star Wars, everything like that, a lot of it is heavily inspired from, a lot of things that happened in science and in the real world. So, if you look at the Big Bang being a thing that created the universe, they could very well apply that to the Star Wars franchise, where maybe the Beyond is like what started the galaxy. It's very possible. So the thing here is this, we do know that episode 9 is going to have a lot of these saga-wide implications that will change how we view, episodes 1 through 3, the prequel trilogy, and this by far is one of the biggest ones of all by J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio that's going to change how we view the entire Star Wars franchise and how the Force is actually utilized in the Star Wars universe. So the other thing that I do want to go over is how this is all explained to Rey through the Book of the First. The Book of the First is basically the first Jedi book that she discovers in the Lost City, specifically based within the Land of Warriors, which is a place full of Jedi relics, statues, and ruins. So it's a very interesting angle to the franchise. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.